It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News, live from Ocho, Rios, Jamaica. I'm sitting up on the 14th deck, actually in the back side of the buffet restaurant on the MSC Divina, overlooking the beautiful Ocho Rios harbor and looking out at the lovely scenery here. It's just gorgeous. So I have a ton of stuff to cover this morning. So, and you know me, I'll probably screw something up as I try to do this, but that's neither here nor there. And by the way, we are in the middle of another one of those drill things on board the ship. So we're liable to get some beeps and some noises in the background, but that's part of cruising. So, all right, on with the news. Travel and cruise industry news on this, the 10th day of February, 2022. Now, today, folks, is National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. I don't know why. I would not think of ever putting cream cheese in a brownie or on a brownie or around a brownie. That's just not where I use my cream cheese. I like brownies, but it's National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. So if you float your boat that way, then go get a cream cheese brownie, I guess. Cruise ship sailing today from North American ports. Down in Charleston, you got the Carnival Sunshine. Jacksonville, here's a new one on the radar. American Queen's MV Victory sails today. Port Canaveral Carnival Elation. The Disney Magic gets underway down in Miami. Tampa, we got the Brilliance of the Seas. Of course, that's going to be the big group cruise boat from Athens in 2023, or May 23rd of 2023. Galveston, the Carnival Breeze sails out in Long Beach in Los Angeles. The Carnival Miracle and Kenneth and Robin sail today on the Ruby Princess out of San Francisco. Today's headlines: CLIA strikes back at the CDC. A lot more on that this morning. Royal Caribbean eases some protocols. Plus, they canceled the remainder of Spectrum of the Seas Hong Kong season. Bahamas Paradise going out in style. Holland America taking 6 ships to Alaska in 2023. Sapphire Princess had some cancellations. 5 ships get boosters. What? And much more here live at 11 this morning. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my accessible blog, accessadventure.net. It's also available wherever you get podcasts like TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, Stitcher. Don't think I forgot any. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and you'll get the old fat travel guy. So, and by the way, folks, if you are listening on the podcast on a cruise, and when I have somebody sailing that sends me pictures or clips of their cruises, I put them up on this show. So there's always a link in the description to the podcast to take you to the video side so you can check out the pictures and clips like you can this morning, because I've got several to show. Michael and Donna Philippus, Michael's our buddy. He did a neat show on Iceland earlier or last year. They're on the Viking Venus in Tromsø in northern Norway. They've actually crossed the Arctic Circle for the second time in 8 months. They were crossed it in Iceland last year. Michael wanted to share his eggs Benedict from on board this morning. Let me see if I can get to the right place, folks, for Viking Venus eggs Benedict. Thanks to our buddy. Oh, that looks yummy. Love my eggs Benedict. And Tromsø, Norway is, again, folks, I've never been there. I can promise you this, when they get home from this trip, we're going to scheduling back right in on this one. So pretty cool stuff. Okay. I can tell just by the way you're looking at me this morning, you realize that I am just oozing with culture. Absolutely oozing with it today. I went to the opera last night. Well, I'm not entirely sure it was the opera, as I don't speak Italian, and they don't on this ship, they don't provide you any way of translating the Italian portions of the program. The best I can tell, it's maybe instead of it being a true sense opera, it was like a compilation kind of thing of the history of music and dance in Italy. It was called Cuore Italiano. I have no idea what that means either. But it was actually a pretty awesome show. Again, I know nothing about opera. They had 3 male singers and 2 female singers and then a dance troupe. And the only thing that I was worried about, the tenor on the last song, I was kind of worried that maybe he busted a gut and had 7 hernias to hit that last note on that last song. And it cracked the hull of the ship. But he had a set of lungs on him, I'll tell you that. And then, of course, after the show, I stopped at my favorite bar. And this is, I'm going to say it wrong for sure, Yanko Kaniwa. Yanko Kaniwa. He's from Malawi, Africa. And he's shaking up actually, this one was a Bailey's Alexander that he made me last night. Great bartender. That was in the Piazza del Doge, which is probably my favorite spot. I stop by there for adult beverages when I'm going to one place or another. And I might also stop by and say, yeah, sneak me a couple of cans of Diet Coke out to take up to the room. So, but that's a really good bar. They have a little entertainment there as well, as they do in a number of places around the ship. So, and the other thing, Kenneth and Robin did send me some pictures from San Francisco. They did a tour out to Alcatraz yesterday. And the only thing I asked Kenneth and Robin, I know you guys are watching this morning, if Robin, if you can, rather than sending a messenger Chillie's cruises, if you can search for Chillie Falls, my straight up personal page, and if you need to follow me or whatever you need to do, so you can get on that messenger, because the page messenger, even though I got these, it's a little more difficult to use, and I'm just running through them without much explanation because I got a ton of stuff to cover today. And it's not all the pictures that they sent. It's the ones that I could grab here before the show started and get them downloaded. But anyway, if you could try next time going to Chillie Falls as opposed to Chillie's Cruises, it might be a little easier on my end for the downloading procedure things. That's over my head. So, all right, we're going to get to some news here after this word from one of my network sponsors. All right, back with today's news, folks. This one broke this morning. I don't know if anybody else has had it yet, but Cruise Line International Association, that's CLIA, of course, represent most all the major cruise lines in the world. They've responded following details of the new voluntary program was released by the CDC yesterday. The new guidelines have been criticized by CLIA and called more confusing and unworkable for guests and cruise lines. A new classification structure is being introduced as part of CDC's COVID program for cruise ships. There are three different ship classifications depending on the vaccination status of a ship, and the statuses are as follows: not highly vaccinated, ships with less than 95% passengers and crew who are fully vaccinated; highly vaccinated, ships with at least 95% passengers and 95% crew who are fully vaccinated, but less than 95% of passengers and 95% of crew who are up to date with their COVID-19 vaccines; and vaccination standard of excellence for ships with at least 95 and 95 who are up to date. So, the CDC still continues to use the cruise ship color status, but it's changed. They changed the limits on it. We talked about that about a week or 10 days ago. And then they've added the gray classification if you don't choose to volunteer in the program. Here comes an announcement, folks. So I'm sorry.
These announcements is only for the crew and only for exercise. The following mending number need to report immediately to the reception by calling 99 0937 0835 1070 0525 0227 1047 1048. Call immediately the reception by dialing 99. Thank you.
Okay. Of course, that was the announcements on the drill that's going on this morning, folks. Nothing to worry about. The ship's not sinking, even though I said it had a crack in the hull from the tender last night. But anyway, so they got the color status still going on. But the problem is, when I went to the website this morning to check and see how it's changed, you can't pull up the thing like you used to and be able to scan down and see all the ships. Maybe they're just still updating. I don't know. But that part's even confusing to me. And this whole concept is getting a little out of hand, if you want to know the truth of the matter. In response to the CDC, CLIA says, regrettably, upon initial review, the latest CDC guidance appears out of step with the actual public health conditions on cruise ships and unnecessary in light of societal trends away from more restrictive measures. We are confounded by the CDC's imposition of even more complex and unwarranted measures which ignore empirical evidence that the industry's protocols have provided a greater level of COVID mitigation than most any other setting. The CDC guidance, whoops, I lost my place. The CDC, what did I do here? Okay. The CDC guidance for multi-tiered cruising is counterproductive to consumers, creating market confusion between various tiers and potentially unworkable in practice. I found this whole thing confusing. CLIA says, unlike any other travel, tourism, hospitality, or entertainment sector, cruise ships test all persons boarding, have medical isolation and quarantine facilities on site. No other industry has that. Implement extensive response plans using only private shoreside resources, and have created an environment where almost every single person is fully vaccinated. The result has been a dramatic drop in the number of COVID positive cases, with hospitalizations being extraordinarily rare. In fact, 80 times lower than on land in the US, as compared to all other sectors, which ironically are much larger, cater to magnitudes more patrons, and operate many more conveyances and facilities without testing, and at only a fraction of the cruise industry's vaccination rates. Cruising has emerged as the safest venue for mitigated COVID. That's exactly the way I have felt, folks, through all of this. The new guidelines will be required for cruise lines that opt in. Carnival and Norwegian have already announced that they're opting in. Okay, that's a good thing. But other guys haven't yet. They have until February the 9th to opt in to this program. I just don't get it, folks. I'm not sure what the CDC is doing while they're still insisting on being opposed to the cruise industry.
Attention crew, all stairway guides and personnel in charge of the evacuation, proceed to your assembly stations now. I repeat, all stairway guides and personnel in charge of the evacuation, proceed to your assembly stations now.
Okay, so at least the announcements are just in English and not in 7 languages. All right, so enough with CLIA. CLIA did a good job of taking on the CDC. I'm not sure I understand what the CDC is doing. I'm not sure they understand what they're doing. And clearly, they're not looking specifically at the cruise industry and what the cruise industry has been doing right all along. I don't know. As the surge of Omicron variant winds down, Royal Caribbean has announced that it is reverting its protocols back to how they were before the sharp rise in cases. Now, opposed to what the CDC is doing, I'm not so sure I'm agreeing with what the cruise lines are doing quite yet, but when Royal Caribbean resumed sailing, it required that masks be worn in indoor public areas by all passengers when not eating or drinking unless they were in a venue dedicated to vaccinated guests only. In December, it tightened that policy to all indoor areas, including vaccinated only spaces. Oh, come on now.
This announcement is only for the crew and only for exercise. The following many numbers need to call immediately the reception by dialing 99 1081 1132 1133 1180. Call immediately 99. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now the rule is going back the way it was, starting February 15th on Royal Caribbean now, folks. Guests will be able to go mask-free in vaccinated guest venues, which includes select restaurants, bars, entertainment options, and the casino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for exercise purposes only. We ask you to remain at your assembly point and follow the instructions given by our crew. We are trained for this situation, and we will get it to safety shortly. The rescue center ships in our vicinity are informed of our situation and should reach us in a few minutes.
Okay, back with the news. Again, folks, you never know what's going to happen when you're on a cruise ship and trying to do live streams. So in the middle of this drill. But in December, Royal Caribbean also announced that it was temporarily banning smoking in the casinos completely, meaning those who wanted to smoke had to do so in the designated outdoor areas. That's the way it's been on all the ships I've been on so far this year, folks, the 3. Starting February 15th, smoking will once again be allowed in the smoking sections of the casinos. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to see that happen. And I don't know, I'm not a smoker anymore. I really haven't seen people complaining about it too much. I mean, there have been plenty of designated smoking areas on all 3 ships, and it's well used. There are a lot of people out there. I mean, I've been, going past them on my scooter. I don't see them complaining.
Attention crew, lifeboat preparation team on the port side. Prepare lifeboats 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30 at the embarkation deck. I repeat, lifeboat preparation team on the port side only. Prepare lifeboats 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30 at the embarkation deck.
All right. Masks are also not required in the casino because Royal Caribbean's casinos are currently among the indoor vaccinated only venues. So some of that's going to continue, but some of it's going to change. So there are changes in this I don't really like, but that's okay. Also from Royal Caribbean, they've canceled the remainder of the cruise season in Hong Kong, which is only to mid-March of 2022. The news comes after the line continually extended pause there in 2-week increments. Starting in early January, Spectrum of the Seas Singapore schedule was moved forward 6 months, and it's scheduled to begin sailing from Singapore on April 11th instead of in October. All right, a pretty cool thing. You know, we've talked a bunch of times about my buddy down at Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, O'Neill Cosa, who's the CEO, and he's come up with a merger plan with Margaritaville and Jimmy Buffett, which means that the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line is going to be rebranded Margaritaville at Sea. And another announcement.
Lifeboat preparation team, port side only. Prepare lifeboats 16, 20, 24, and 28 to the embarkation deck. I repeat, lifeboat preparation team, port side. Prepare lifeboats 16, 20, 24, 28 to the embarkation deck.
Okay. The brand has announced a lineup of promotions and themed sailings to say goodbye to the ship Grand Classica. Be sad to see that one go. It's not really going, it's just getting rebranded. But guests can purchase the Super Bowl package for just $59 as an add-on to their cruise fare and enjoy the game at the Crow's Nest Sports Bar. The package includes a guaranteed seat in the venue, 5 free drinks, $25 match play at a Paradise Casino, and a $25 spa credit. During the game, an elevated buffet will be offered at the sports bar with things such as nachos, wings, jalapeno poppers, and more. The line will also be offering a romantic twist on the weekend. Since Valentine's Day is the following day, couples can celebrate the holiday with a special dinner menu at Admiral Steak and Seafood and couples massages, which are not typically offered on board. Fans of America's game can enjoy some Major League fun on the March 5th cruise, sailing with numerous former Major League Baseball players, including Charles Johnson and Antonio Alfonseca. The players will form an all-star softball team and compete against a local Bahamian team during the ship's day in Grand Bahama Island. Passengers booking the All-Star at Sea package for $75 per person on top of the cruise fare can enjoy a meet and greet and catch the softball game ashore. It also includes transportation to and from the game. Travelers can book the Bon Voyage Grand Classica offer now through April 16th and enjoy buy one, get one 50% off cruise fare. Groups can take advantage of the 3 for 2 offer, booking 3 cabins for the price of 2 on all sailings now through April the 16th. And students, you're not to be left out of this one either. You can save big on spring break this year as they set sail to Grand Bahamas Islands. Groups up to 4 or more can enjoy cruise fare as low as $99 per person. I mean, all college kids can afford $99 a person for a cruise. On April 16th, Grand Classica will embark on her final voyage as Grand Classica, sailing for Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. On April 30th, she will emerge from renovation rebranding as Margaritaville at Sea Paradise.
On behalf of our captain, abandon ship, abandon ship, abandon ship.
No, I'm not going to abandon ship, folks. Anyway, I don't see anybody jumping, so I'm not going to do it myself. Holland America is bringing six ships, how about that, to Alaska in 2023, offering a range of itineraries that will include 2 exclusive 14-night sailings. A wide range of cruise tours to Denali and Yukon are also part of the line's exploration of the last frontier, with more options than any other cruise line for guests to sail through the famed Glacier Bay. Holland America's Alaska cruise season. Oh, come on.
Attention crew. All assembly stations evacuate and proceed to the assigned survival craft. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? As part of our drill, crew members will now escort you to the survival craft. Please proceed in line, follow instructions, and keep calm.
Okay. I wish they'd get this thing over with, folks. I really do. Holland America Line's Alaska cruise season runs from May to September. The 6 ships will be visiting the region on a variety of itineraries ranging from 7 to 14 days, depending on the ship, sailing date, departure port, and addition of any land-based extensions to create cruise tours. Guests who can explore Alaska on 2023 on Uradam, Koningsdam, New Amsterdam, Noordam, Volendam, and Westerdam. Another round of cancellations from Princess Cruises. This time it's for Sapphire Princess. Due to the ship being redeployed to the U.S. earlier than initially scheduled, sailings from August 28th of 2022 through October 29th of 2022 in Asia and Australia are now canceled. Sapphire Princess was scheduled to begin long cruises between Hong Kong and Australia on August 28th. The first 20-day voyage included visits to Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, multiple calls in Australia before ending in Sydney on September 17th. The ship was to reposition to Los Angeles on November 17th, but that is now not the case, with Sapphire Princess restarting from the U.S. early. The Princess Cruise vessel will now resume operations from Los Angeles on June 25th of 2022, with cruises to Mexico, Hawaii, and the California coast. So there's a bunch of others replacement schedules. They've got Royal Princess and Grand Princess that can possibly be filled. And one of the options they're giving people is to book the same cruise on another ship using either the Grand Princess or the Royal Princess. They've got dates for that. There's a number of options, and then of course the usual credits and stuff. So get with your normal cruise provider to work out how you want to handle that. Whether it can be a pure cancellation, it can be any number of things. So check it out. 5 cruise ships anchored off the coast of Santos, Brazil, have received a booster shot. In Brazil, all crew members need to receive the 3rd dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That's the rules there. The vaccination started on February 3rd with the crew on board MSC Splendida, followed by MSC Preciosa on February the 5th. The crew on Costa Diadema, Costa Fascinosa, and MSC Seaside also received the booster shot. According to CLIA, the booster doses were made available by the Ministry of Health based on a joint effort between CLIA Brazil and the city of Santos. The 5 ships currently anchored in the port of Santos are waiting to resume cruises after Brazilian cruise season was temporarily put on hold due to the surge of COVID cases. As the surge of the Omicron variant winds down, CLIA Brazil is ready for eventual resumption of voyages currently scheduled for February 18th. Good for them. So that is awesome. Oh my goodness. I just got a nice gift from our friend Nikki. Very good as always, folks. I appreciate when I get super chats or super stickers, or directly on the PayPal. A nice donation was made. Thank you very much. That's always helpful to the channel and is so appreciated. Okay, maybe that's the end. You think? All right, let's go back up here and see what all is going. Oh goodness! Oh, God! A donation from Kenneth, a super sticker from Kenneth. Thank you very much, Kenneth. I do appreciate that. You're out there on a cruise. You shouldn't be doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crew drill is now over. We want to thank you for your cooperation. Lifeboat preparation team, port side, lower lifeboat, 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30. I repeat, lifeboat preparation team, lower lifeboats, 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30. To the sea.
And John goes, bingo. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, we should have lifeboat bingo. It's a new game that we can play on the ship. See, which lifeboats are they going to put down? And it's everybody. It's a pool. You get in the pool.
I'm kind of glad that's over with. I'm starting to get a headache. So, all right, I'm just running down the chat room to see if anybody's fussing at me or if there's anything major here. And I've got a big glare. I'm not sure I can read all this, but anyway. Yeah, Robinson pictures. Kenneth said, yeah, I know that. So we'll hard bit past those. Hot Air Tom's with us. Have a great cruise, Kenneth and Robin. Yes, indeed. Sail away tonight. Kenneth asked if he's out of COVID jail yet. Technically, the 5 days was over yesterday, but I still tested positive. Cindy tested negative last night. So they're halfway there. Hot Air Tom, you just got. See, it's Hot Air Tom dealing with the sex bombers. That's what's causing all the issues. I keep telling him that, but he just doesn't believe me that the sex bombers are what's making him positive. No, that's making his blood pressure go up. I don't know what it's doing.
You say sex bombers, I say new friends.
And Cindy says, I'm going to kill him. All right, let's see. Hot Air says we stay 3 nights in the Holiday Inn Vacation Club in Myrtle Beach, about a 10.5 hour drive from here. Then another night in Rocky Mount. Expect to arrive home on next Friday. So you're heading home, unfortunately, without doing the Panama Canal cruise. But sorry about that. As much as I'll tease with you guys know how sincerely badly I feel about this situation, both of you guys coming down with the COVID. So Carol's with us. Hi, Carol. Good to see you again as always. Sonny's here. Hi, Sonny. Cindy's with us. Of course, everybody's wishing Kenneth and Robin to have a good time. Absolutely. Lizzie Lou's with us. Says, howdy, gang. Lizzie, good to see you as always. Safe trip back home for Hot Air Tom. Yes. Kenneth says, Norway looks beautiful, doesn't it? I'm telling you what, I went back this morning and I've been following his Facebook pages and some of the stuff he's been posting. And I've been on a cruise, you don't necessarily catch all of them. But man, he's got some nice pictures posted. So looking forward to getting him back in here to look at Norway, an area that I know very little about. Jack's with us from down in Conroe, Texas, 50 degrees, and smoke from planned forest management burn off. Ooh, I hate those.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, they're a good thing. I'm not saying that, but yeah, I don't like smelling smoke. One of the suggestions this morning, as a matter of fact, it came from my buddy there down in the bar that mixed me the Bailey Alexander last night. A little slightly different flavor from the Brandy Alexander, but it's still yummy. I enjoyed it. But anyway, he asked me, he said, "Do you smoke?" And I said, "Not anymore." I said, "I did for 56 years." And he says, "Oh, well, then you don't want to go in the cigar lounge, but it would be nice and quiet in there for you to podcast from."
That's right.
I could have been in the cigar lounge and wouldn't have had to hear all this crap this morning.
Oh, you'd hear
then
that.
I'd be smelling like a cigar all day, and that would be disgusting to me. So, of course, Jack says everything. You just keep going, smoking your damn cigar right there, John. Nanook of the North, John. By the way, how cold is it? It was storming when I talked to you earlier.
Actually, it's going to get up. We have a different problem today. It's like a winter storm, but it's going to turn into ice and sleet this afternoon at 40 degrees. So it's just a mess up here. Just a mess.
So it's raining.
Not right now.
And then it's going to all freeze.
It's a storm out there. I can't see out of my yard. It's just a mess. I canceled my outbound meetings today and stuff. But this afternoon, it's going to get up to 40 degrees, they say, and with rain in it. So it's just a mess. Just a mess. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cindy says 17 days for her. Nice. Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen. There's Jason up in Pittsburgh. 2 days for him. He's getting ready to go jump on a Carnival boat. Jason, I'm looking forward to that. So send pictures, send clips. We'll do live streams. We'll do whatever you want to do. So Gretchen says, no cruises for me till June, but Florida next Friday for a break from the snow. And hopefully it won't snow in Florida, although I thought about it might the couple days that I've been in Miami recently. Took us off. Gretchen hopes it's gone when they get back. You hope the snow is going to be gone in Ohio when you get back from Florida, where it's been substandardly cold. I think Gretchen may be smoking that stuff that John grows up there in Minnesota today. But that might be interesting, smoking John's stuff in Ohio. Sonny says, next month for me on Anthem of the Seas. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny, you're going to have to send me pictures on Anthem. I haven't been on Anthem.
Yes.
Definitely send me some stuff. Cindy says going to Nassau and Cocoa Key on the Independence of the Seas. That's one that I hope to book and haven't got booked yet. Did who freeze?
They thought your picture froze, but I didn't see it here.
No, I didn't either. So I'm not frozen now. I'm not. You can.
No, you're just chilly.
Yeah. Champions Gate. My son owns a rental. Oh, we're talking about Florida again. Orlando area. Maybe I'll get to see Katie. Oh, that would be cool. Chillie, you should go over there and disconnect that speaker. Yeah, well, I'd be tempted, except, I'm actually in an area where I'm not supposed to do things like that. Matter of fact, I'm not even supposed to be here, as it's between buffet times of breakfast and lunch, and they're doing the changeover of business. By the way, I had a little different buffet breakfast this morning. I went to said I wanted an omelet. I went to the omelet and had some salsa put on it. And man, that was kick butt salsa. That was really good. So I enjoyed something a little different than the usual fare that I've been getting. Sonny's a super chat from Sonny as well. Thank you very much, Sonny. man, as always, guys, that's so appreciative. I am so thrilled anytime I see those come through. But thank you very much. That's awesome. Went on Royal Caribbean. I'll still be wearing my mask. I don't blame you, Cindy. I'm not planning on changing at all. I'm comfortable with everything I've been doing. I keep my mask on, and as soon as I'm not talking like this or drinking or eating or something, I pull it up. Now, I did put a lighter mask on yesterday and today, as opposed to the KN95s. They tend to, they're pretty tough on your face. But if I go ashore, which I have not decided yet, if I go ashore this afternoon, I'll be back in the KN95. And I'd only like to go ashore just to see what it's like. I'm looking down over the deck down, just to see what it's like there. And there's a nice a little harbor with marina. So I might go scoot around there just to see how accessible that is. Maybe shoot a little quick film while I'm down there. Jason says Chillie got enough super chats for a specialty restaurant now. Yeah, I could probably do that. It all goes into the pot, Jason.
And he stirs.
So, and I always do appreciate it. Gretchen sent one too. So Gretchen, thank you so much. Wow, you guys are just awesome today. Holy cow. There was a check day or something? Good heavens. Everybody's donating to the cause today. That's awesome, guys. That's fabulous. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
It was break your piggy bank day at the old folks home.
Well, yeah, that might happen too. So I did find something here. The other night I didn't care about the comedian. I don't know if I told you about that for yesterday or not.
No, you didn't mention that.
It was, I normally like any comedians. I really do. But, and it just started off the first 15 minutes of the show was all jokes aimed at senior citizens. I have no problem with jokes aimed at senior citizens, but it was just the way it came off.
So did he have to tell them real slow then?
Do what?
Did he have to tell them really slow?
Yeah, no, he didn't. It was a jerk. It was more jerkwad comedy than slow.
Okay.
It didn't sit well with me, and I love. I'm as self-deprecating as anybody. I make fun of myself all the time. So, and I appreciate a good joke as much as anybody, but it just wasn't funny. And I made it 15, maybe I might have made it 20 minutes, and that's it. I'm out of here. So I left.
I just thought, you see, so that you could understand them, that he would have had to tell them really
slow.
See that?
Yeah, well, of course it has to be slow for me to understand. I caught that. I'm trying to ignore you. If I ignore you, maybe you'll go away. I keep saying that, but it just you just keep coming back. It's like a bad penny.
Like a bad penny. That's right.
So
get rid of me.
Let's see. I need to get out of here. If I'm going to go ashore, I need to finish up here. Up to 45 minutes already too. See if there's anything. Amy's here. She says I'm late. Amy, you're late. If I hadn't eaten all the linguine noodles with the clam sauce yesterday, I would beat you with a linguine noodle for being late.
They have medicine for that now. If your linguine is too soft, they have medicine for that.
The linguine, man, I tell you what, that might be the best linguine with clam sauce I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Seriously. Oh, it was yummy. And that's one of my favorites anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in Pittsburgh, I used to take people from out of town. I had one restaurant that had the absolute best linguine with clam sauce I've ever eaten. That's where that was my go-to place for out-of-towners.
What was its name?
This was better. This was better.
What was its name?
It was the old train station. Damn, what was it? Down at right the base of Mount Washington. They didn't call it the train station. I don't remember. God, it's been 30 years since I was in Pittsburgh, John.
Well, I'm just checking because there is an old train station restaurant in Pittsburgh.
That might be it.
Okay, it's still there.
Yeah.
His name
Well,
was
they had
Chuck,
linguine with
Chuck
clam
Muir.
sauce. It was because they also put 3 mussels in the shells was the garnish on the linguine with clam sauce, which I always thought was cool.
Okay.
But yeah, that was marvelous stuff.
Uh-huh.
Nikki says, "Damn, a fib. My heart is beating too fast, and it's wearing me out." Sonny would love to go on one of those dams. Boy, isn't that the truth? That they're Holland America's. I mean, they've always done Alaska well. They're doing it extraordinarily well next year, and the 14-dayer. That one's got a lot of appeal too, because it takes you to some places like Kodiak and Valdez and some of the ports that you normally don't see on Alaska cruises. So, hats off to Holland America. I'm probably going to put if I do an Alaska again in 23, I might just be on a Holland America. Of course, I'd love to talk to somebody on Holland America to see if we can do something on pricing for solos. Just give me a little break. I'm not asking for it to go one-ups. Put just a little off for this, so I'm not paying 100% add-on. Just give me a shot here. Holland America. I talk nice about you all the time because I love your food. I love your entertainment. I love Holland America. I really do. But I need a break, guys, so I can put you back in the mix. Cindy says, "So sorry to hear, Nikki. Take care of yourself. Prayers for you, Nikki." Cindy, thoughts and prayers for Nikki. Wait a minute. What did I miss? Oh, AFib. Damn, AFib, Nikki says. Sorry, Nikki, I misread that. Now I see what everybody's referring to. It went over 6 feet over my head. Oh, of course, Nikki, you and Roger know me. It's very easy to get over my head, as John will tell you. John gets over my head on the ground. He doesn't even have to get up in the air to get over my head.
No.
So, yes, sorry, Nikki. Take care of that if you need to.
Hey, Chillie, of all the senior citizens that I know, you are definitely one of them.
One of what?
Of all the senior citizens that I know, you are definitely one of them.
Definitely one of them. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, I'm a senior and proud of it. I'm senior to you too. You should give me some respect. I mean, I am your senior person, older, whatever.
I can tell you
sure,
that whenever you're not around, I'm talking behind your back all the time.
I'm certainly glad. It keeps the knife, and as long as you don't twist it too much between the ribs.
Never.
Sharon's with us. Just booked NCL in March. Heard ships planning on going to 90 to 100% capacity by summer. It's been fun sailing half full ships. I mean, yeah, I can't say that I'll be glad to see 100% again, but man, these people got to get their money back. Not only the ships, the crew. Because keep in mind, sailing at 50% even, we're not sailing anywhere near that. I think this is 23% or something we're sailing right now. 970 was the official count on this cruise. But not only is it the cruise line taking a bath, but these guys that live on tips take a bath too, because they don't have the pool that they have from so many more people. Goodness.
But we also got to remember, Chillie, is just because they allow the ships to carry more passengers, we don't know where the sales levels are going to be. You know, it may not be that there's a million people out there, you know, because I'm not seeing that any of these ships are saying we're sold out.
Yeah.
So that it could be worse. Maybe 978 is all that they could sell for your cruise. So.
Well, actually, it was they were hoping for 1,100.
Okay.
And they had more cancellations. I mean, they allowed people to cancel right up to sailing day.
Right.
So, yeah. I'd like to see everybody get healthier. And I'm just hoping they're not jumping the gun with trying to go back to normal. I'm a little concerned that this might cause another minor little shock wave here and there. We'll see. But I do feel if it does and it causes some problems, they're going to jump on it quick.
Yeah.
Because they can't take another major hit.
I don't think your ship would be any less safe if there was 2,300 or 2,400 people on it right now. I don't think that's the difference, personally.
I don't either.
I don't think that's
I don't either.
You know.
And again, I have never felt more safe than I have on these 3 ships. There's never been a doubt in my mind about that I was under fire. So Emily's here. Emily out taking care of dogs, I'm sure. So
and Nikki,
anyway,
by the way,
right,
Nikki, I've lived with AFib for 40 years or more, and we just need to talk sometime, because don't be worried about it. I know it's a serious thing, but there's little tricks and stuff, and we need to talk sometime. Don't let this change your life. So
okay, get with John, Nikki. That would be cool. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. If again, if you're new to this channel, feel free to jump in, especially in the chat room. As you can see, the constant conversation goes on amongst this gang all the time. And of course, we always appreciate the thumbs up. That helps the channel. Again, all you guys that made the donations and the super chats and the super stickers, thank you so much. That's so totally helpful. I do appreciate it. And make sure, folks, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do so. It doesn't cost anything. Do the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when, in fact, I get videos up. Because now I'm starting to roll some videos out, especially on the accessibility issues. So anyway, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll be back same time, same channel tomorrow for travel and cruise industry news on whatever day tomorrow is. I'll see you at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time. This is the Old Fat Travel Guide and the sidekick, Nanook of the North, John. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.